Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Looney. And have you ever looked at your portfolio and thought nothing's happening? Like you've invested, you're doing everything right, but your portfolio just feels stuck. Maybe it's not moving, maybe it's even going sideways, and all this is going on while other people are bragging about their gains. Today, I'm going to break down why that happens, what it really means, and how to actually get your portfolio growing again, but both mentally and strategically. Before we dive in, quick shout out to the Discord. It is free to join. And if you want my trade callouts, my option selling course, or one-on-one coaching, the premium is just $8 a month. The links are in the description. So first off, why does your portfolio feel stuck? And if your portfolio feels stuck, that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It usually means you're doing one of the three, or you're in one of the three phases. Number one is the consolidation phase. So after a big run, markets need to cool down, like we're seeing right now. Stocks can move sideways, volatility is kind of everywhere, and gains sort of flatten. It is normal. And even strong companies go through this. And we could see that with something like Mara. Mara's a company that I hold. It is a crypto mining company. And it sort of has been trading flat for a while now. And yeah, just having that patience, waiting for that to go through its course. Now, number two is the over diversification trap. And I fall victim to this as well. But a lot of investors own too many positions, 20, 30, and even 40 tickers. So when one goes up, another either goes down or moves sideways. And the result is your portfolio kind of cancels itself out and you get diminishing return. And I totally agree with this. I have a lot of crypto. I believe I have like 7 or 11 different crypto in total. And then I have about 15 in stocks. So definitely need to take some off the table. Perhaps I'll do SPY, VO, or Google, or one of those, and just take those off the table. But I do believe that over diversification can actually hurt your portfolio, and sticking to somewhere between 10 tickers at most is probably the best way to go about it. Now, the third phase is the emotional checkpoint. And this one actually hits the hardest for many investors because sometimes your portfolio isn't really stuck. It's really the investor that is stuck. You might be checking it too often or comparing it to others, expecting constant excitement. And that's not investing. That's dopamine chasing. All right, so let's talk about solutions and how to fix it and how to actually get unstuck. Number one is to simplify your holdings. You should be focusing on your highest conviction names, the ones you truly understand and believe in. For me, that is some crypto. So that would be Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin. And then for the stock side, it would be Riot, SoFi, Mara, Oscar, and Hood. Those are my main positions. And I realized that you don't need 30 tickers to grow. A clean portfolio moves with purpose. Now, number two, I always say dollar cost averaging. It does sort of help build your portfolio quietly in the background. Even if it doesn't feel like your portfolio is moving, that dollar cost average actually compounds and you'll be paid that compounding in time. So I have that with crypto. Crypto has been taking a hit recently. Past week, it is down pretty significant, down almost 20%. So although that a lot of these gains were wiped, simply just buying every day will even itself out. And in the long run, it will actually be better for me to stay invested. Now, number three is to actually have active income strategies. If you do feel stagnant, you should learn to sell cash secured puts or covered calls because these will gain value even if the market moves sideways or the stock moves sideways, and that they're perfect for neutral to bullish strategies. And I have a few going on with Zeta. I have a leveraged one with Tesla. I have one with Webull and Open. And yeah, some spreads, they work very similar, but they're a little different. But these selling options do really well when the the stock sort of moves sideways and stagnant. So having those help building your portfolio as well. Number 4 is to reframe the time frame or the timeline. We often overestimate what we can make in 3 months. In the past 3 months, I'm up 12%. Just a bit ago, I was up 20%. So again, I have to be realistic what the results are, because you can't have 20% returns every time for 3 months. And instead of doing 3 months and underestimate what we can make in 3 years, because being stuck short term often means you're building long-term positioning. So what the mind shift should be. Because the truth is every investor goes through plateaus. Your portfolio feels stuck right now before it actually starts compounding again. So I would think of it like going to the gym. You don't grow while you're lifting, you grow during the recovery. So when in doubt, zoom out. Make sure you're staying consistent, staying invested, and focus on building systems that work while you sleep. Because stuck isn't failure, it's just progress loading in the background. Until next time, peace.